Hey, Marcus.
Yo,
Would you, just out of the blue, would you like to rank every single fatality in Mortal Kombat 11?
sure, man.
Yeah,
No problem.
nice. I mean, there's no big Mortal Kombat event come up. I'm just anticipating potential DLC for E3. So I just thought, I'm in an MK mood. I need someone to talk about, fatalities with, you know?
Yeah, Combat Pack 3 is not confirmed, but it's
Yeah,
looking likely.
it's been like 6 months since we've heard anything. Maybe no, I think it's approaching 8 months actually. So yeah, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Foocast. Right here, you haven't heard this guy before, but this is my good friend Marcus. I've been friends with this guy on. I haven't met him in person, but I met him on Xbox. I've been friends with this guy for about like a few years now, and he's probably one of my best mates ever. So how's it going, guy? You okay?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
I haven't spoken to you to a hot minute, dude. I really haven't. It's good to hear from you, honestly.
Yeah, well, how long it must have been? What, couple months? Couple months?
Probably. I've had like a new friendship group, and then you haven't been on a lot, and then I haven't been on a lot. So I haven't heard from you in a while. So it's generally good to just be in a room with you, talking about people getting ripped apart in Mortal Kombat. Generally, there's nothing else I'd rather do. Now I've came prepared. I played Mortal Kombat before watching this. I took my trousers off, so I'm all prepared to talk about some Mortal Fatalities. Okay, just forget
Hold
the
on,
last thing I
you
said.
took your what?
No,
Yeah,
all
you
right.
took your what?
It's hot in my room. Okay, it's hot. I'm boiling.
Right.
All right, so
I'll let you off because of the weather.
thanks, thank you. All right, are you ready to press play?
Yeah, ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So we got rain.
Boom. I'm so glad this man was added to this game. Queen reference.
Yeah, but I'm not too sure about this one, I think he's good, but
Yeah, like, you know what I find weird? Rain was actually inspired by a Prince song, and obviously Rain's a prince, and the song was like Purple Rain, and Rain is purple, and his name is Rain, so that's where it came from. But why is it a Bohemian Rhapsody reference? You
I
know
don't
what
know.
I mean?
I suppose they wanted to talk about the era with him,
Yeah.
but I don't think it really comes out
Like,
that well.
Yeah, everyone was saying it's one of like the best fatalities in the game. I did really like the motion of the start where it's just roundhouse kick, and then the moment like she comes back round, it's just straight through. And I love the camera work of as soon as like the character falls onto her knees, like the camera goes through the stomach, and then boom, and then I love the ending bit. But it's just like it's cool to see that the ninjas are there, like the ones that aren't added in the game.
Yeah.
But and I'd probably give it I'm gonna give it a 7. Actually.
I'm not sure. I think it's a little overrated. I'd go for
Really?
a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the ending is a bit like, unsatisfying. I think
Yeah.
it flows nicely, but it's just...
Yeah, it flows.
know.
It flows really nicely. It's just like the Queen thing is cool, but it's just like that doesn't make much sense, kind of.
I think they could have done more with it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just 2 slices at the end.
Yeah.
Like,
I get what you mean. I wish they did more things with water, kind of. Ish in
Yeah, I
its rain, but
understand
yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Right. Let's press play. Oh my! I absolutely love this fatality so much.
this is great.
Oh, you think he's done? Boop, boop.
Fatality.
Yeah. I think that's probably Rain's best.
Okay, I saw that one in the trailer, and because Rain was my most anticipated for the game, and I just never presumed he'd come to the game because he's already been DLC in MK9. And as soon as at the end of the reveal trailer for Rain, I only said finish him. I was like, please blow me away right now. The fact that he's got that spinny little water disc, which is freaking cool, because I'd never even imagined that would be a thing that you could that Rain would do. And
It's really creative.
Yeah, just straight through the stomach. I love the camera work because as soon as all the water's going up, the camera's inside of the little water spout thing that goes up, and you see what it looks like inside. And then as soon as that happens, he just throws it straight through and just boop, boop, catches the eyeballs.
Yeah, sorry, I noticed about Rain. Like, in general, as a character, the water effects are really unique
like it's
and
not
creative.
Yeah, like it's not just simple, just like basic water stuff. It's just like he makes a spinny disc out of water and then makes a bubble and then catches your eyeballs, and the ending scene is beautiful. Like that is like desktop wallpaper worthy.
Yeah, it's like what you want to happen in the Fatality.
Yeah, it's just do something that is goofy but also insanely awesome and violent at the same time.
I don't know. I'm gonna rate it pretty high. I'm thinking a 9.
And I'm actually gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
You think?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like maybe that's just me loving Rain so much, but I generally I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. Absolute, what a fatality.
I think we're all gonna be a bit biased about our characters though.
That's probably
because we all play different ones.
That's probably me when it comes to Scorpion, but like his fatalities, we'll get into that. All right, let's go. Let's play.
Melina now.
Oh, let's go. Melina has some nasty ass fatalities.
See, I thought this was such a weird choice. Like, why Sonic the Hedgehog?
Melina win.
Like,
I mean,
yeah. Like, I think the fatality itself is really cool. Like,
it just isn't Melina though, is it? Like, of all her moves from the previous games, and even in the current one, it just seems out of place.
Yeah, I do think it's really cool the way it goes straight through the body, and the sound effects, it sounds like really nasty, and the ending image is really cool. The way it flows is really nice. I think the pacing's really good on this one. It's just and then just like slides across the floor. I think that's really cool, but like it doesn't, I don't think it 100% suits Melina, kind of.
Yeah, I think it's like, I wouldn't want to say like one of the better fatalities. I think it's just a pretty solid one.
Yeah.
But it's just got a bit of an identity crisis.
Yeah, I'm actually, even that, I'm gonna give it, a 7. I'm gonna give that one a 7, actually. Like, it's a really good fatality. But it's just, like, it doesn't really 100% suit Melina, and a lot of the violence is kind of covered until the end.
Yeah,
it's like
I think it's...
Yeah, go on.
I think it's better than the first Rain one that we saw.
Yeah.
I think definitely it's better, because it has that, like, satisfying, gory feel that you want from a fatality.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd reckon I'd probably say around a 7 or an 8.
Yeah, like, creative-wise, because you see a lot of characters cut people up with sort of weapons, and while Melina does do that, she's sort of kind of using her body-ish to slice him in half at the same time, kind of, while spinning really fast, because obviously that's something like Cabal would do, but like she's using her body to spin as well.
Yeah.
Plus, it's...
Yeah, no, I think it's clever.
And what you want in the fatalities, you want someone to die in like an insanely creative way. And that's basically what it kind of gave us. But like, I think it's a bit of an identity crisis, and it covers a lot of the action with her body spinning through, but the ending shot, like as soon as she like slides through, I think that's when it redeems it, so I'm going to give it a good 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I'd agree there.
Yeah.
It's got the fundamentals of a fatality, but it's just not in the right place.
Yeah. Right, let's continue. Meanwhile, this one...
this one is Melina.
This 100% suits Melina. Up close. Nasty. Oh, it's so gross.
I really like this one. I think this fatality, I mean, maybe it lacks creativity, but I think it got the character spot on.
Yeah.
The pacing was good, how satisfying it was, you know. Again, that gory feel that you want from a fatality, they gave it to her, and in a way that actually felt true to the character.
Yeah, like, it was extremely messed up for Melina, and that is 100% something Melina would do. Just up close, just ripping them to shreds with her, like, hands, and just at the same time she's, like, licking her lips and enjoying it. which I think is like 100% like what she would do. And I think the pacing is really cool because it starts off because she's enjoying it and she licks them, then like full on cuts open their stomach, and it's just because you see, like, for example, spoiler for Baraka's fatality, but this game's been out long enough, but like he full on tears like their face off from the outside, but you never see someone ripping someone's face out from the inside of their body and then dragging it through their stomach and then holding it out.
Yeah, I think it was pretty adventurous for what they tried to do with the character. I think it was executed really well.
Yeah, you know what I would have preferred if she like ate the face at the end.
Yeah, I guess, but I kind of feel that if we didn't have the previous one, even though it was a good fatality, like, I think they could have ended it with that. That would have suited, you know, her, like, devouring something would have suited that fatality a bit more, in my opinion.
It's also really messed up the fact that you see, like, it's silent for a bit and it goes, and then just, you hear the crunch of, like, the claws of her just going through the skull, just, and then just drags through the body, plus you see, like, the thumbs and the fingers, like, come out through the top and the mouth. It's so gross.
Yeah, but I think that's what makes it such a good fatality.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna... I really wish that she ate at the end, but I'm gonna just give this one a solid 9 out of 10.
Again, I think I'm gonna have to agree. I think it's lacking something, but at the same time, I think it's the truest fatality to that character. It's not trying to steal or take away from, like, the humour of the game, but it's a bit more of a serious one and a bit more of a a more adventurous idea.
Plus, I just like how she's there savouring the moment, she's enjoying it, and just ripping that person to shreds. Like, I'd say it's not as good as... Have you ever played MKX?
Yeah.
You know, the one where she, like, rips open that person's stomach, and while they're dying, she's there ripping out their organs, just eating it?
Yeah.
That one.
Like almost zombie-like one.
Yeah, that one is the best. I think that's one of the best fatalities of all time. And I think this one, it's kind of like, I'm not going to say a step down from that, but just, like, a less good version of that. But this one is still really good.
Yeah. I don't think it's 10, but it's bordering.
Yeah, it's certainly a good 9 for me. Right, let's continue. Oh, Rambo. That must be a strong-ass knife to go through Robocop's armor. American oil.
See, I've got so many mixed reviews about Rambo in this game.
Oh, really? How come?
I'm not sure. I think maybe it's it changed slightly when obviously Call of Duty.
Times by crawling.
No, we're not going to talk about that.
I have vivid memories of, like, you trying to get up attack and me crawling underneath you and grabbing your knees and you going, oh my god, man, come on.
I don't know. I think this fatality in particular, like, the knife throw's a bit cliche for an action hero. I get that, but I don't know, the trap, it sort of ruins it for me.
Yeah.
Like, I think it saves itself at the end where he pulls out the throat, but it's just...
Yeah, also, also, what the hell is that throat, Robocop? That looks like... what is that?
It looks like a vacuum tube.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen one.
Yeah, or it looks like one of those, like, kind of pool cleaner things, I was gonna say, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of. And also, look at Robocop's face. He just, like, he doesn't even notice what's happening. He's like, oh.
It just... I don't know. It feels a bit, like, put together, not very creative at all. Like, just living up to the cliche to me is what it tried to do.
I'm not sure if you know this, but you know when he rips out his throat, that's actually a direct way that he kills someone in Rambo 4.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it points for referencing that, because I have to.
Again, I think that saves the fatality.
Yeah.
Like, that one move.
Like, up until that point, it was a bit basic of just, like, not one knife throwing, falls back, and just, like, like, it's something you want from a Rambo fatality, but I feel like they went too safe with it.
Yeah, it's not like with other characters like Melina, who, you know, they were a bit more, they wanted to make the character feel special, you know?
Yeah. But I did like how you get a lot of what Rambo is through this one fatality. Like, you've got him sneaking up behind and just like murdering you from behind. You've got the knives, you've got the traps, and just like him, like, you know, his Robocop's just like, ugh, and then all of a sudden Rambo's just behind you. Like, you've got all of what Rambo personality, how he attacks, how he plays in that one fatality.
I suppose, but to me, like, Rambo's better known for his, like, don't care attitude.
Yeah.
Being more of a covert operative, I get that's what he is, but it just feels like, I guess it just feels safe, as you say.
It felt like a Nightwolf fatality, where, you know, Nightwolves are just very basic. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Like, I'm maybe gonna give it a, I don't know. I want to hear what your rating is first.
I'm actually going to be really harsh because one, I hate the character. Not the character, but the character.
No, correction. You hate me playing as him against you. That's what you hate.
And then, like, I just think it was a bit basic, not very fun.
Yeah, I might.
It gets points at the end, but
yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it even I think it could. I'm gonna give it a 6. Actually, I do think the bit at the end saves it, with him ripping out the throat, which is how he murdered someone in Rambo 4. So I'm gonna give it credit. I'm gonna give it points for that. But for me, I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah. I mean, I'll stick with a 4 because I'm not too.
Yeah.
Big on it.
Yeah, I get where you're going from. Right, right. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's more Rambo into it. This one, however, I dig this one.
I think that's clever.
Fatality.
Yeah.
Win.
I think that a bit more to me is it's a bit more special.
Yeah.
Like, more of what Rambo is.
Like, okay, so when Rambo was first announced, I was just like, I don't really want Rambo coming to this game. I didn't know anything about him. And then after he was announced, I then went back and I watched the first 2 movies, and I'd never seen them before. And when I watched his fatality, I didn't know what the hell that thing was behind him. And if you haven't seen Rambo 2, you know the actual thing that Noob Saibot just gets stuck onto there? That's a device where Rambo gets, like, attached to it, and he gets interrogated by, and he gets electrocuted by. So I think that's really cool that they've put that in there from Rambo 2.
Yeah, I think that, like, having a movie reference is always special.
Yeah.
But I think props make it easier as well.
Yeah, I get what you mean. And I did like the whole motion of just takes the chain of, like, bullets and just wraps it around, kicks him. It's a similar start to the first one. I give it that. It's just chains, kicks, and then gets stuck. And I did like the fact how the bullets were, like, going through his body, and there was just loads of them, like, up close.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, like, what made Noob Saibot stick to that electric thing?
Yeah, I think even though it's a good fatality and it has, like, almost like a firecracker type effect that's really, you know, creative. With the electricity setting them off.
Yeah.
I think, again, it has a really weird, almost like plot hole, but not a plot hole because there's no plot. Like,
or of him, like, being, how's he...
how is he on there?
Yeah.
Electricity isn't sticky.
Yeah, you know what I do like about most fatalities is, like, halfway through, or, like, up until the fatal blow, they're still alive. So I liked about this, and he was, like, his organs were spilling everywhere, right? And I like the fact that Rambo just walked up to it, and I love the thing of just stick the knife through his chin and just rips his entire... Like, that bit at the end saved it for me.
Yeah.
Like,
I think, having him face the camera, or offside to the camera. I'm not too familiar with positions in photography, but
yeah, I
think that was, like, very movie-esque. That felt true.
Yeah, like the bit where, like, I did love the shot where he walks up and just with the knife under his chin. Like, if you think about it, it's kind of the same as the other one. Ish, in the way. It's just, like, do something, kick, get stuck against something, walks up and then finishes them off.
Yeah.
But I did think this one was better than the other one, with like, the whole like bullet thing I thought was really cool. The knife at the end, just splitting open his head was freaking awesome. With just like a singular
I think
knife.
it's more substantial than the other one to me.
Yeah.
Like, even though the ending is slightly worse than the former one, I think it's more substantial.
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
I might give it a 5.
I thought you were gonna give it a 5, Mr.
Yeah.
Critical Jackson over here.
Again, Rambo really isn't my thing.
Yeah, you know why I play him though, is it's because of his crawling. And it annoys me if I play it. Alright, let's go. Right, who's up next? I reckon it's Shang or something. Oh my god, let's go. Ultimate
Don't even try the impression, man.
Kick you in the chest.
Fatality. The Terminator.
That's cool, Fatality.
You just got terminated.
I mean, maybe it's a bit biased because I know Terminator better than I know Rambo.
That's probably the same for me. I did, like, right, you know how people have got to do mocap and stuff for this stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's like, kick him. I love the reaction of Rambo just looking back, because the fact that he sees what's going to happen to him, and the whole, like, getting on the bike, smacking him, getting off the bike, as he flying through the air, shoots him and goes into bits, right? The ending shot is great, and getting off of, like, doing, like, the way that they've done the shots and stuff, and him getting off the bike like that, and then throwing it to the side, that's not easy to do.
Yeah. Nah, I can really respect, like, the effort that got put into this one fatality.
Yeah.
And, like, I think more than anything, it's actually funny.
Yeah, I think it is really funny, with his face just,
Like, sure, certain ones, like maybe Rain's second one that we saw, like, that's meant to be humorous, maybe. I get that from it. But I think this is, like, genuinely an actually funny one.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not now, I've seen it enough times, but...
Yeah, it's just his reaction, I think, is so good. And I do like how it's not 100% like Terminator-y, with like, because it just, it has a bike because Terminator's on a bike. But like, I still think it's a really good fatality.
Everyone knows the movie reference though that it like refers to, the clothes, boots, motorcycle incident. But
yeah, I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10.
yeah, I think 8. I think 8 is a round number for that. I was gonna say maybe 7, but I think that's a bit too critical.
Like,
I don't want to give it more.
Yeah, 9's too high, 7's too low, so it's got to be an 8. It's gonna be an 8 for Arnold. Good
How does that work?
fatality.
An 8 with an A.
An 8. Alright, dude. Right, let's go into the next one. Oh my, you know how much I love this fatality, Marcus.
Yeah, I think this is...
Fatality.
I love this one too, man.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on, I actually just went forward to the Robocop one. Dude, okay, I think that this one is one of the best fatalities I've ever seen. It's just...
Do you think?
I've said this to my friends before Terminator got revealed, where his gameplay and his fatalities. I was just like, I really love a fatality where if it could incorporate the shitty future from Terminator 2. And it's just the fact that it incorporates so much of Terminator. It just shoots out both your kneecaps, teleports you into the shitty wasteland, you appear with... like, no legs, and as you're crawling to, like, try and get away, which, even if you could get away from these robots, you're dead anyways, and out of nowhere, just a bunch of Terminator robots just show up out of nowhere, and just shoot you through the chest. It's awesome. You don't see a lot of fatalities that take you to a location, if you think about it.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty unique in what it tries to do. I think maybe... like, I don't think it's... maybe it is a 10. It's hard to say, because it's so special with, like, the Terminator coming in. I think, and it flows really nicely.
It is. It's paced perfectly. Just bang, bang.
Just those initial shotgun blasts, I can't help but think maybe they could have done a bit more, but I can't think of something to put there.
Yes, same.
You know what I mean?
I thought it was done really well, and the fact that you get like a POV shot from the Terminator's point of view when you see it. You know, with like all the time sphere imminent and all the little coding stuff at the side of your screen and stuff. Plus, I like when at the final shot, where the fact that as he's crawling, like desperately get away, you see like the whoever you're playing as, like Rambo. I'll say Rambo for now, right? He turns around and looks behind you, like you see what's happening. It's like, oh shit, you know you're dead.
Yeah.
It is.
I think having more than one Terminator there actually makes it a bit more.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's that world. It doesn't feel like it's just where you were fighting. Like it feels like you've moved.
Like you know what they could have done? They could have easily, like, as soon as the fatality started, they could have just replaced like the floor of like the arena you're playing in with just like the wasteland stuff. But the fact that you're literally taken in the middle of the battle, it's like your death doesn't matter right now. Like like all these other dead bodies, your death does not matter right now. So it's, for me, it's perfect. It is a 10 out of 10. I don't think there's any other shot, any other thing they could have done to make that better. It's perfect.
I don't know if it's... I don't know. Are we at that 0.5s?
Yeah, we can have 0.5s.
Probably say 9.5 then. It's pretty good, but I don't know. There's just something else that I think maybe the beginning of it could like benefit from.
For a second, I thought you went, I'm going to give it a 79.5. I'm like, it's very specific and very low for this perfection. This fatality is artwork. It is truly art, and I love it. This is my favourite fatality in the entire game. Right, right. You ready to go into the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Wait, who we getting? Oh yeah, we're getting Robocop, aren't we? Oh my god, let's go. Ed comes out.
Fatality. Robocop wins.
Oh my. I think it's great. I think it's so good.
I think it's good. But is it true to what the character is?
I'll say this, right? Have you ever seen RoboCop?
Which one? The new one or the old one?
The original one.
Oh, I've seen half of both, so
like
this might be a hard one.
Every single bit of damage he does to Rambo in that clip, that is how somebody dies in RoboCop 1. Like, you know the thing where he hits him through the chest with that spike thing? That's how he killed one of the mob members. And then you get the POV shot and, like, he shoots off someone's hand, and that's what happened to him. And then Ed comes out and shoots him, which is what happened to the guy in the boardroom. And then he gets a sniper from the floor, and he shoots him, and that's how he killed the final gang member.
Also, actually, okay, that makes it cooler.
Yeah. For that, I have to give it credit for that. And the fact that they incorporated all that, like with all the different stuff, right? They incorporated that so well with all, like, 4 different deaths from the movie. They incorporated it so well into one fatality.
Yeah, I think if you know that, it makes it a lot more special.
Yeah.
But I still think that it doesn't flow as well as the other ones.
I can see where you're coming from that.
Like,
because it does kind of stop a few bits.
Even though it basically is just a bunch of scenes stitched together, it feels like it's a bunch of scenes stitched together. Like, it flows, but not to the point where, like, Melina's flowed.
Yeah, I get what you mean by that.
Like, even though you don't know what's going to come next, it just feels weird, and, like, you know, RoboCop for me was always this, like, righteous cop. Like, he's a machine, he's built to enforce law. So when you get something where it's, like, almost sadistic, and he does all these things at the same time, like, yeah, he did do them, but he didn't do them in that order to one person. It just feels like a bit It feels like it drifted from what the character is.
I kind of get what you mean,
me.
but at the same time, I'm like, it's a fatality.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe that's the difficulty of, like, adding in these characters.
I
like, no one in Mortal Kombat originally is.
Yeah, it's like Raiden wouldn't
quite like him.
Yeah, it's like Raiden wouldn't just, like, absolutely shoot up a school full of, like, children. Which, I know that's not one of his fatalities, that's kind of a bad example, but I get what you mean.
He's not a Columbine shooter, mate. Jesus.
Top 10 missed opportunities in Mortal Kombat. Number 1.
Don't you dare make that video. Don't you dare.
Dude, we're missing out on Mortal Kombat Pack 3, but I do love the fact that he takes so much damage and he's still alive up until the ending bit.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I thought like it stopped a few times, but I'd give it an 8. Actually, I'd give that one an 8.
I think it's I think it's a 6 to me.
I thought I was gonna peer pressure you and give it to that an 8. Then I was like, come on, man, peer pressure.
No, I think it's a 6.
Okay, meanwhile, this one, right?
Because it's better than the Rambo ones, but...
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, Robocop is some of the best fatalities in the entire game, and I will stand by that statement until the day I die. Alright, you ready to go to the next one? Yeah, I thought you disconnected the call then. I was like, Marcus! Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go. This fatality is god tier.
I think it's pretty good. I've seen this one quite a bit.
Oh, it's so good.
Fatality.
That's the embodiment of action hero. That is action hero.
This fatality, again, as I said with the Terminator one, it's so funny. I can't help but laugh and smile every time I see it. It's a reference. It made me laugh. It's gory, and it's just so good. Right, you know how we were talking about pacing? This one is a perfect example of pacing. Like, if you're going to University of Pacing, what should be in, like, the introduction slideshow which you show the entire class on how to perfect pacing, because it goes from just boom, boom, boom. It's very quick, but it's so effective.
Yeah, I think the way they opened it was so clever in like introducing that humour, and then it just cuts so abruptly, like, but it flows in a nice way that it doesn't feel like it's an abrupt cut, even though it is.
Yeah, it's just cool guys don't look at explosions, because in the movie he does shoot a guy in the dick. It's the fact that like it hits him so hard in the head, and he just like he analyzes it again. It's from his POV, like the last one. It's just bang, and the moment he just gets shot, because that shot of just like it goes through him and it goes, and then his arms and his legs are just opened up, and the explosion happens behind him, and he's just walking away like he just doesn't care. That ending shot is again a wallpaper worthy. It is a goddamn freaking 10 out of 10. It is an incredible fatality.
I think this definitely gets the points for that ending shot. Like, it's everything that the fatality is. It's, you know, Rambo's face is kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, which is I love the fact that his arms are spread out the moment he gets shot through the dick. It's just like he doesn't.
It's got the humour.
Yeah, he doesn't have time to acknowledge that he got shot through the dick, because like the split second his brain he recognises that his dick's got a hole in it, well, 2 holes in it, and just the massive explosion behind it. It's just. And then just the explosion behind it. He doesn't have time for his brain to recognise the pain of his junk. I never say that in a sentence, but it's a perfect 10 out of 10. There's a reason, real quick, there's a reason why they used this fatality, like this bit in particular, as the way to end the gameplay trailer for MK11 Aftermath. There's a reason why they ended it like this.
Really? I thought they would have just, like, put it on, you know?
Yeah, but like, no, this, like, they had like a bunch of gameplay, and it showed a bunch of Shiva stuff, then Robocop did this, and then just boom, like, this shot, and then just ended the trailer. It was perfect.
Yeah, I think it generates the most hype for the character, and yeah, I'll probably go 10. Like, I think this is just everything that a fatality wants to be, like, through and through.
Yeah, plus it
You know,
just makes me
especially for an
laugh.
action movie character.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of, as soon as the thing, like, smacks him on the head, and it's falling behind him, I bet Ram was thinking, hey bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro, watch your jet, just blows up. Alright, you ready to go to the next one?
Yeah, man.
I'm excited 'cause it's in a random order in this video. I wonder who we're gonna get. Fujin.
Fujin. Against my boy Raiden too. It's clean.
I say that's pretty
Very clean. Yeah.
I've been iffy about this fatality for I've been up and down on it for ages, but it's just he incorporates wind elements with his sword, and he turns his brother into a scarecrow, basically.
I mean,
Poor Chris.
I don't really have that much to say about it. I think it flows really nicely.
It does flow
It's
really
clever
nicely.
how they mix the character with their abilities and their actual martial art.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget Mortal Kombat is a martial arts game.
Yeah, it's just because I didn't realize that he was doing the with with his blade. I thought it was throwing individual blades, and I realized a few times after I watched it, I was like, oh, he's actually throwing wind out with his sword. Kind of. I do love how it flows. It's really satisfying with just all the way through, and he jumps up in the air and he's doing more stuff, and then that shot where he throws it and it focuses up on the sword moving really quick with all the white lines just going past. And then the fact that he's pleading for his life, and then the hand that he puts out in front to try and stop it, it goes straight through his hand. It's your hand does nothing.
Yeah, I think it's I think it really emphasizes upon the futility of your opponent. If you really want to humiliate someone, you don't go for the mercy, you go for this.
Yeah.
It feels like a really good, substantial, satisfying substitute.
Yeah.
For a mercy if you want to play it safe and if you want to win that game.
Yeah. Plus,
and I think in that respect it's better in it feels more satisfying for a competitive player as opposed to a casual.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Plus, props to Raiden for lifting us that high behind him.
Jesus Christ, man. We've been sitting here for
I didn't even notice that. It's just that how did that get up there? Plus at the back, how?
Mate, we might have to make a part 2 to this. Time is ticking on.
Oh, is it really? Yeah, we can make multiple parts to this, but props to you, Chris.
I mean, I don't want your recording to be too long, man.
Oh, yeah, we can always do multiple parts, so I think that'd be better anyways.
Yeah, man.
Plus, on my channel's Fu Does Film. They should change it to Fujin Does Film. Get it? So I did there.
No, that's not funny.
Yeah, I
so
thought it was
bad.
Right.
The cheesiest joke.
Right, let's go to the next one.
I don't think I've seen Fujin's next one.
Oh, this one I have mixed feelings about.
I like this one.
Only a spoonful.
Actually, did I rate the last one? Anyway, that was 7.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 7 the last one. But
I give the last one as... Oh, hang on. I accidentally skipped the spawns real quick. Yeah, that one, I did like the shot of him step on his, sausage... Hang on. Sausage guts. There we go.
his intestine.
Yeah, his intestines, there we go. I should have paid more attention in science. And the fact that he lifts him up, it's surprisingly tame, considering his guts are all over the place. It's just one singular sausage.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know, I just think it's an all-round cool fatality. It's not too special, it's not too unique. There's a lot of characters who lift up their opponent in fatalities.
Yeah, and then they, especially with this game, a lot of people, they just explode.
Yeah.
I wish that they could have just, loads of guts would have just swinged around in this sort of mini tornado that he did.
Yeah. I think it was, again, quite safe
Yeah, it
pretty
did feel quite safe and pretty basic. It was just your intestines are out, mini tornado, and you're all over the place.
Yeah,
Like the final.
it was very unoriginal, but it was like your average run-of-the-mill. Like, I think it opened really well. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's very like it's 5 out of 10. It's
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 5 as well. Like up until the final bit, it was just like up until then it was just but then the final bit was just like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, for
Yeah.
me it's a 5 out of 10. It's nothing too memorable, nothing too special. Right, let's move on to spawns.
Fatality.
this is where things heat up.
1 second, I'm a little bit behind. Alright, boom. Yes! Spawns fatalities are so good.
This one especially. But again, the exploding.
Spawn.
Yeah, there's a lot of exploding in this game. Like, it doesn't, like, affect me too much for this one. I love the fact that he can't even see what's happening to him.
Yeah.
Plus, it incorporates... Spawn's known for his massive cape, and it incorporates that really well of just, like, him being strangled and just, like, lifted up. And, like, plus being lifted up by your neck, that must hurt. Plus, he's struggling to breathe. And I just love the shot of just, like, he opens up his arms and then all the chains come out and just... all the little shots just, like, showing, like, where the chains go. And then, like, the bits of... and like essence going up, and then Raiden finally can see, and he's pleading for his life. He's like, "No, not."
Yeah. Like, even though at its core it's really unoriginal because it's just another lifting up and blowing up.
Yeah.
Like, I think with what they tried to do with the character and like with the chains, I think that's a little more special.
Yeah, I did.
Especially as like this thing of hell. This spawn of hell, and it's like with the chains, I think, just round off the character nicely.
Yeah, I did really like the whole, like, the way the cape was incorporated, plus the chains as well. But I might give it I'm gonna give it an 8, actually. Like,
I don't know.
It did it for me in the last, like, half of it, with all the chains and the way the essence stuff was going up the chains, so I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, I think because the intro of it is so unexpected and you don't know really what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you do because it's Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, plus Spawn has like 1,000 different ways he can kill someone. He's got chains, he's got guns, he's got his cape, he's got magic.
Yeah. Like, I think for that reason I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you a 7. Right, let's move on to great ass fatality. Let's go.
Yeah, this one's better by a long shot.
Oh my god, the fact that he strips you.
Yeah, I think this was the unique part. And then it's like,
Fatality.
almost like Spawn's own blood.
Win.
Yeah, plus the... yeah, it looks like he's kind of injured you. Like, he's injured himself. Well, hang on. I go back to my stutter.
Yeah.
It looks like he's injured you.
He's injured himself. It looks like he's done that, but really it's like... It's hard to say.
Yeah. It's very similar to the other one, but this one's miles better.
Yeah, like, it's everything that the other Fatality wasn't, but even though it's not really clear what's going on, whereas in the last one it is, like, he's putting in his essence through the chains.
Yeah.
Here it's sort of like, I think it's very, like, much so more gothic and more special in that
Plus
sense.
The
like,
fact that he, like, it's pretty basic until just, like, he gets the chains from, the ground and then lifts you up, and then it's like, your arms are, like, compacted and you can't move. And up until that point, it's like, oh, this is pretty gruesome, and just completely strips you, and you're just, all your skin and your organs are just chilling. And the fact that it conceals what he does to you, which I think is really cool. And then, like, as soon as it reveals, like, what he's done, it's like, what did he do to him? Kind of.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened?
The mystery to it really makes the Fatality better.
Yeah. Plus,
Like, even from the beginning, when it's, like, getting stripped by the chains, you don't expect that to happen.
Yeah.
You expect what happens in the first one.
plus, it's really cool if you play as Terminator against Spawn, you just see the Terminator endoskeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think things that add to existing characters are just better all in.
Yeah, plus I do love the fact that when he gets the cape, he squeezes it round him, and there's a sort of munch-ish where it's like, puts it round him, and he squeezes it, and then boom, you're a skeleton. It's like, what happened? But I'm gonna give that one, to be honest with you, a 10 out of 10. I love it. It might be one of my favourites in the game. What would you rate it? I'm guessing
I wouldn't
it's
say
like a
it's
7.
10. No, I think it's better than a 7. I think it's another 8.
Yeah,
like,
I give you that.
It's good, but there are certain things that take away from it.
Yeah, like I've seen a majority of the community just said that's a really good fatality, but it's not a 10. For me, it's a goddamn fucking 10 out of 10. I love this fatality so much. I remember staying up late and watching the Spawn reveal trailer and being so excited just seeing that fatality. It's like, okay, beautiful. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Sindel.
Finally, different character. A canon character.
Sindel wins.
Okay, for me, I have very mixed feelings on Sindel's fatalities.
Really? I think that one's really good.
Really? What would you give it?
I'm not sure what I'd give it, but maybe an 8 again.
And I give it,
I don't know.
and I give it a 6. So the fact that she picks you up, screams, and then just screams again.
Yeah, I think it's because it is what the character is. Like, it doesn't try and play around, which I guess is kind of a bad thing, but it doesn't try and play around too much.
Yeah,
but it still produces an authentic fatality
Yeah.
that feels like it should.
I think it's just okay where she just gets picked up like by the arms and she can't move, screams in the face, and the fact that she's getting blown away by it and all the skin's coming off, and then just screams again, and then she just exploded. It's like she screamed and then she screamed again.
I guess maybe I'd knock it down to a 7.
I'm gonna give it I'm gonna be harsh and give it a 5.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna give the one a 5 to be honest with you. I'm not like, maybe that's because I'm just like, I feel like Sindel is just an character. Like she's an she's an evil MILF. And why that's cool and all, but like I prefer to play as badasses. And
You've not played Resident Evil Village, right? Jesus.
I mean, well, okay. I mean, Lady Dimitrescu.
Dimitrescu.
I don't know how to pronounce her name. I always just said Lady Dimitri. Or Lady D.
I suppose that's easier though.
Lady.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the fact that it feels like it would be a part of Sindel's combo that makes it better.
Yeah, but like for me, it was just just pick you up, scream, and then scream again, and then you just get exploded. But like, okay, just look how weird the guts look, by the way. Looks nasty. I'm gonna give it a 5. Right, alright, let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's disgusting. This one's horrible.
Fatality.
This one's so gross.
Sindel wins.
This one is actually
This one's
so
a better one.
gross.
This one is her better one.
The fact that it's hair that's going through your body.
Yeah.
I don't know why that just makes it more gross, because the fact that it's hair, and the fact that it goes straight down your throat, and she's still alive while it's happening, and even when she's trying to feel the rest of the pain, she's like gargling on her blood, and it's going throughout the rest of her body, and it goes out of her eyes. Of like a split second, it's in her mouth, and her eyes are gone, and she almost looks like she's like a doll with like her eyes gouged out, and all of a sudden just and then she's just like all the skin's gone.
Yeah, she kind of looks like a doll, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Jeez, I never thought about that.
I just look at the weird, messed up, barbecue-looking ribs of a torso Katana's got now. It just looks horrible. It's just this mulched up corpse with just hair sticking out of it. That's horrible.
Yeah, like, even though it is, again, someone being lifted and exploding, probably going to come up a lot, but, like, it feels like horror, like scary almost.
Yeah, it is. It's
like
nasty.
Uncomfortable.
It is so uncomfortable. I'm gonna give this one an 8.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
say
8 out of 10. Right, let's move on. Who we're gonna get? Oh, Shang. Okay, Shang Tsung's fatalities. I'm so excited to talk about.
Underwater. What are you doing, man?
Fatality. Shang Tsung wins.
Oh my god.
It's a cool one. That's a good one.
That is a good one. It's the fact that you're literally imprisoned while corpses just tear out your body and your guts, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I think the ending really makes it though.
Also, no.
Like, even though it's good, it gets better.
Yeah, that ending shot is amazing, and also, just real quick, right? Look at her skull that's been ripped out, right? And then look at her face. There's still teeth in there.
Is there?
Yeah, like the skull is still in there. But like, still, like that doesn't really like. I think the funniest times is when I was Shang Tsung and I used this on Jax once, and it got ripped out, and I'm like, Jax, what? You have metal arms, but there's like bones coming out.
Bones. Yeah.
It's just like, excuse me.
He gets his arms chopped off and then he just grows the bones for this fatality.
Ew, he's actually still got bones inside of his metal arms. Ew.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's perfect by any means, but it's like so good and satisfying.
I think that one's really good, with the fact that he just like lifts you up and just the shot of them coming out. The fact that the shot of it's under the belly as it's being ripped out.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's fun to watch as well.
Yeah, and just for no reason, they're just like, I'm gonna seal your face at the same time. And
yeah.
the fact that the skeleton rip shot, it's goofy and it's cool at the same time.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't disagree with anything you said there. Like,
yeah.
It just feels right.
Plus, it's such a Shang Tsung fatality, isn't it? You've got like the essence chain stuff. You've got like him resurrecting corpse and just stealing bodies, just literally snatching your body up.
And actually, like, I'm so glad, like, for both Shang Tsung's things, they didn't use the ninjas for either of them.
Yeah,
like,
I'm glad that they
they stuck him on Rain, but it just feels like he's an actual character.
Yeah, like he's actually got his own time to do his own stuff in his own fatality.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like they could have easily just got like 6 ninjas to do all 6 stuff there. While that would have been cool, it would have been a ninja fatality, not a Shang Tsung fatality.
Yeah. Like, I'm so glad. I mean, the next fatality, I'm a bit biased because I love Kintaro, but...
Oh, yeah, alright, yeah. This one's a 9 for me. But, like, dude, I'm exactly the same.
I think this is 9.
Right, let's go to the next one. This one's beautiful.
I'm pretty sure, like, I know I'm putting this as 10 already. Like, I don't even need to watch it. I just love this fatality so much.
Fatality.
He's back. Kintaro's back.
It's such a cool character. I wish they added him as playable. Like, I just wish.
Same.
But it was nice to see him.
But, okay. Real quick, 10 out of 10, by the way. A beautiful 10 out of 10. The fact that
it's 10 out of 10.
It summons a new character, but like...
And one that we haven't seen for a while.
Like, since 2011. And he summons him inside of your body. And the fact that first time watching this, you'd be like, is this Goro? And then it's just Kintaro. You will know which one it is.
Like, it's done in such a way that it's clever because it keeps you guessing, but it makes you think that it's like a really iconic character, and then it pulls back from like the older games.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The fact that I love... Okay, it's paced really well because the fact that Shang Tsung zoom in on his face and that gives a smirk and just and then one arm pops out, and then the next shot is another arm that pops out, and then like she looks at it, and then all of a sudden just like he's slowly just pulls off your other arms, and you can hear it snap and just, and then out of those 2 arms that it's pulled off, 2 more arms appear, and it just tears the rest of your body off, and boom, Kintaro is there.
Yeah, no. I love all the Outworld characters, man.
It's like, paced so well. It really is just
paced so well. It's paced well. It keeps you guessing. It keeps you interested. It calls back to like old Shang Tsung from previous Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels so true to what Mortal Kombat is.
Yeah, plus
and always has been.
There's no fatalities like this. Like, if you think about it, it's so creative, and that's why I love it. It's a 10 out of 10 from me.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 this way as well.
Right, let's have a look at what the next one is. I bet it's Nightwolf or something. Oh, it's Shao.
As a Shao Kahn half main is my second main, but I don't know. I actually think he's quite boring.
I think it's okay.
I think he's fun to play, but compared to the previous one, like, the difference is night and day.
Yeah, I think it was alright. I did like the fact that she looked pretty okay after the two massive bits of metal that just slammed into her face after both hits. Like, she was still breathing, and her face was fine. It was paced pretty well. It was just
yeah. I think it was only paced that way though because it's Shao Kahn. Like, he's meant to be this big emperor who's doing like this public execution on this character, but
yeah,
I don't know. For me, it just feels out of place in a one-on-one duel in some remote location.
It wasn't very violent up until the ending shot.
Yeah, like, it doesn't satisfy you in what fatality is supposed to be.
Yeah, like, you know what the first two hits remind me of? It was like an Injustice 2 fatal. So super move. That's what it reminded me of, something like Gorilla Grodd would have. I'd give it a 6.
You know, I'm actually going to go ahead and be really harsh with this.
Are you going to give it a 4?
Even though I play the character, no, I'm going to give it a 3.
Really?
Like, I think even Rambo's, like, up until now, this has been, like, the most almost boring, like, even though it's paced well, I kind of think that's down to the character.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on it, to be honest. I don't like this fatality.
I did like the final bit, but up until then it was just like, just bang, bang, and I'm gonna hit you for a third time.
It keeps you wanting more, but in a bad way, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't all that creative. Like, he just shot her head out of her ass. Sort of thing. So I'm gonna give it a 6. It was just a meh. Right, let's see how his second fatality looks. I can't remember his second one.
Oh, his second one's not bad.
Okay, the second one is awesome.
Fatality. Shao Kahn wins.
The fact that he basically makes you dead to start off with.
Fatality. Shao Kahn wins.
It's like, you go.
It just feels like a fun fatality. It's like what the first fatality should have been.
Yeah, it's like you're already dead and he keeps going.
And I think it's almost like funny as well, which fits with the character. Like, the character's meant to be this one, like, strong villain that just looks down on you all the time as the player.
Plus, you know when you get a lot of fatalities where it's something violent, and then it builds up to the big violent moment and you go, oh! But straight off the bat it's just, oh! And then that's only the start of the fatality.
It's like, oh, in a funny way.
Yeah, it's like nasty because her face is like gone inside of her chest. And then just picks up using the spear, like really, really slowly. And then just boom, like literally cuts the rest of the body in half and her head falls out into the bottom. On like a little pool of like gut spaghetti.
Yeah, no, I really like this one.
I rate this one. I'm gonna give it a 9. To be honest with you, I know that's very high, but like that's
very high.
Yeah, I really do like this fatality. It's quick, but it's super messed up.
I think it's a 7 for me. I don't think it's that great because I think there's not much you can do with the character.
Yeah.
But like for what it is, I think it's really good.
Yeah, I don't think there's much you could do with Shao Kahn, because he had like the hammer, you got the spear, and then the brute strength of picking you up and then slamming you down.
I don't know. Maybe something to do with his grabs or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Would have felt better.
Yeah, I'll still give it a 9. I think it was a really good fatality. Right, let's see who's next. I bet it's Nightwolf. Oh no, it's Frost.
Frost, eh? This is a character I don't see all that often. That's cool though.
That is cool.
Frost wins.
That is a really cool fatality. I'm pretty sure they changed the final animation because it was at like a different angle before. I don't know why they changed that.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a bad change.
It's
If they did.
yeah. But hang on, what you saw there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought you got out for a second. Yeah. I think that it's a really cool fatality because it utilizes her abilities and all the the new gadgets and stuff that she's got. Like it drills straight through his head, and then as it drills straight through his stomach, as she pulls the drill out of his stomach, the guts they just spur out everywhere. Like it just.
Yeah.
Avengers.
I like even from the beginning, like it supplies what you want from like Frost's personality as a cryo monster, and then towards the end, like almost that like cyber ninja type.
Yeah, because Frost is basically like a cyber ninja now. Like it utilizes a bunch of different gadgets. I thought I'm gonna give it a. I liked it. I'm gonna give it an 8. To be honest with you, it was a good one.
Yeah, I think it was clever. It was satisfying. I'd probably say 8.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. It's not like one of the most memorable ones, but like for what it is and for what Frost is, like it's really good. It utilizes basically everything Frost. So I'm gonna give it an 8. Right, let's continue.
Fatality. Frost wins.
Right, let's go to the next one.
That's really cool.
That is a super cool fatality.
Frost wins.
I think that might be a 10.
Really, I might actually give it a 10 to be honest with you. Because you're not dead, you're transformed.
See, I think this is better than the Terminator one because it goes to the different location.
Really?
But it also, at the beginning, like, it gives you what you want from the fatality, and then it takes you to the different location.
Yeah, I like that because it does. Like a lot of the Linkway stuff is built around us. Like you don't want to turn to a cyber ninja or your life will be ruined because they always just get taken against their will. And the fact that like it's just basic freezing, and then all of a sudden she just like smacks you, and then your entire torso is gone, but your brain and your spine, and then she just takes that and turns you into a ninja.
Yeah, no.
It's
I just think it's really
cool.
solid.
I'm gonna give it a 10. It's really cool.
Especially as we don't have Tribal in this game as well.
Which makes me upset. Come on, E3. Please, just give me...
I think he's really special.
Just give me Sector. Yeah, it is. It's so creative. It literally transforms you. It's a goddamn 10 out of 10. It's such a good fatality. At first, I was just like, But then seeing what it ends up being, I look back and I'd be like, okay, that's really cool. It actually imprisons you, kind of.
Yeah. I think from what Frost is trying to be, like this almost Empress type character. With her Cyberlink way. And then onto the like reintroducing old characters like Triborg. Yeah, it's really, really solid. 10 out of 10.
I really do dig it. Right, let's have a look on the next one. Let's see who we're gonna get. Here we go, Nightwolf.
Right.
Fatality.
Okay, I have some thoughts.
Nightwolf.
Yeah, you go.
It was kind of basic, and the big roar really wasn't very impactful. It was just roar, like it's like we get it, but you roar. Plus, they brought a bear in from the PS2, which I thought was a strange addition.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Nightwolf. I like him a lot. I like the fact that he's got
that's the first
spirit characters.
Yeah, that's like one of the first DLCs that you brought, wasn't it? Actually, I brought you Nightwolf, didn't I?
You might have. I can't remember, to be honest.
I did.
I just think Nightwolf, like, there isn't, like Shao Kahn, there isn't much you can do with him. I think he's a bit boring, but...
Yeah, it was a bit basic. It was just snap your neck and just get a tomahawk and just throw you up into the sky and then catch you. And then it was just...
Like a lot of these, the ending saves it, but like you say, it doesn't feel special because it's just
like your body just being ripped in half and just thrown into the sky again. I did like the whole, like when you go to snap a neck, it was like a like full on crunch sound. But I'm gonna give it a 4, to be honest with you.
See, I think 4 is a little low. I think
5. I'll give it a 5 then.
I think maybe a 6. Maybe a 6.
I give it a 5. It was alright. Right, I move on to the second one.
See, I think this one's more iconic.
Fatality. Nightwolf win.
Yeah.
But it just feels a little empty.
Yeah, it feels like it was lacking something. I really would have preferred it if, you know, as soon as it hits her chest at the end, he summons lightning and she gets lit on fire at the end, and there's just this corpse just in, like, the belly's all open, and, like, it's on fire, and it's all, like, burnt to a crisp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it was very simple.
It feels like it's missing something.
It does feel like someone just, like, took a whole section out.
Like, if you were to add, like, something onto the end, right, it would feel complete and good, and, like, what the fatality is. Or even if, like, the axe was on fire or something. I don't know. Just something to make it feel like Nightwolf, rather than just, wow, a man with a tomahawk, like Johnny Cage can do.
Yeah, I did like the fact... I thought it was pretty cool how he just, like, smacks it against the mouth and just, like, rips a jaw open, and it's all hanging, and it's just, like... It kind of reminds me of something out of, like, World War II zombies, and then just, like, grabs her by, like, the jaw, and then just rips her entire stomach open. I do really like that bit. But then up until that, it's just... your heart's gone.
Yeah. I think it's, like, horrific, but not in a way that's, like...
Yeah, the whole jaw thing got me, though. That was nasty.
It's not that... Like, it's not as intriguing as some of the other gory ones.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it a 6. To be fair, I'll give it a 6 because I did like the first half.
I'll probably give it... See, I think it's better than the previous one, though. Like, I'd probably say a 7.
Yeah,
but not by much.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going to go for a 6. It's not amazing. It's just the first half's good, and then the second half it's just hurt. Your heart's cut in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's about time we call it for now.
We call it for now. Yeah, I'm cool with that. We've gone over basically like every single. Just remember, we've gone over every single. Actually, no, not every single deal.
There's a couple. I think there's Joker.
Yeah, there's Joker.
I think there's Shiva.
Oh yeah, Joker and Shiva. Yeah,
but
we can like we're literally like more than half. No, we're more than a quarter way through the video, so we'll basically just round it up to like a quarter way through the video. So we've done basically all the most of the DLC characters. We'll record that part 1 if you want to do part 2 someday when you're free.
Yeah, three or four parts to this, I reckon.
Yeah, it's nice catching up with you generally, because like I haven't heard from you in such a long time, and just come back and just talking about like different fatalities and stuff. You know, just talk about it to my YouTube channel. You know, it's like you're welcome anytime.
I have to give you a game soon.
Yeah, please do. Please do. I want to. Yeah, call me when you're 3.
I mean, luckily I got signed off from my schoolwork, so.
Oh yeah, I have 2 more weeks left at college, and I only go in like 3 more days. I only go in 3 days a week, so I got loads of time. Man. So I'll give you a call whenever, dude.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you.
I'm free any time of the day, so.
Yeah, honestly, me too, pretty much, except for Tuesdays. But thank you guys so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. I've been wanting to do a video like this for ages, and I'm so happy to bring my buddy Marcus into it, because dude, you're an absolute godsend from heaven. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.